The 2020s have reshaped how music spreads globally, but there are still songs that underperform in the US but dominate worldwide. In this video, we'll look at 8 global hits that failed in the US in the 2020s. Physical by Dua Lipa. Dua Lipa rose to fame with her 2017 self-titled debut, bringing something fresh to the game, with hits like New Rules and One Kiss, establishing her as a global pop force. After a short hiatus, she started the rollout of her biggest album, Future Nostalgia, a disco pop masterpiece. Physical was the album's 3rd single, and it was released at the beginning of 2020, and is the song that represents the album's sound, became a dance floor staple, and a TikTok favorite worldwide. Physical has now accumulated over 1.1 billion global Spotify streams, topping charts across Europe and hitting number 3 in the UK. It was a summer anthem worldwide. Despite this, in the US, it debuted at number 60 on the Billboard Hot 100 and exited the chart after just 2 weeks. No radio push and limited promotion kept it from crossing over, and it was overshadowed by other hits from that era, like Don't Start Now and Levitating. It never cracked the top 40, performing well worldwide, but flopping in the US. Physical's failure shows how even a major Western pop star can dominate globally, but never have American mainstream impact in the streaming era. Money by Lisa. Lisa was known as the main rapper and dancer from Blackpink, the K-pop girl group that shattered global records. Blackpink's success paved the way for her solo debut with the single La Lisa in September 2021. The follow-up, Money, was a braggadocious trap pop anthem that went viral on YouTube. It gained traction through the performance video and became a global hit. Money exploded internationally, becoming the first K-pop solo track by a female artist to reach 1 billion Spotify streams, as it now sits on 1.3 billion plays. It peaked at number 10 on the Billboard Global 200 and charted in 26 countries. It dominated globally, but in the US, it peaked at number 90 on the Hot 100, which, given its global reach, was a disappointment. The song's success first stemmed from Blackpink's fanbase, but its US underperformance reflects K-pop challenges in crossing over fully, even if it was sung in English. Sprinter by Dave and Central C. Dave and Central C are 2 of the UK's most popular rappers. Dave was known for his introspective storytelling on albums like Psychodrama, while Central C built a massive following through his viral catchy hits like Doja. Their collaboration Sprinter came out of nowhere in June 2023 and became an instant phenomenon. The song's bouncy production and relatable subtle bars connected.
SOS, somebody rescue me, I got too many.
Sprinter dominated the UK, debuting at number 1 on the official singles chart and spent 10 straight weeks at the top. It became the most streamed song on Spotify in the UK for 2023. It topped charts all across Europe, becoming a certified global hit. It has now surpassed 1 billion streams on Spotify alone. It was a summer anthem everywhere except the US, where it underperformed dramatically. It didn't even chart on the Billboard Hot 100, but it peaked in the top 10 of the Billboard Global 200 because it dominated TikTok, but US radio didn't get on board, showing a disconnect. People by Libianca. Libianca gained early exposure on The Voice and got her breakthrough with the single People, which was released on December 5, 2022. It told a very personal story and ended up becoming her biggest song. She talks about loneliness and mental health struggles with raw vulnerability. The acoustic guitar-driven Afrobeats R&B fusion was perfect for TikTok. The song became a global breakout as it topped charts across the world and reached number 2 in the UK, which was big for an African artist. It has now accumulated over 140 million global streams on Spotify, as it dominated everywhere but the US. It peaked at number 83 on the Billboard Hot 100, but never crossed over to mainstream pop radio and fell out of the charts in a couple of weeks. Despite engaging a global audience, the US never got the hype. Despechá by Rosalia. Rosalia rose to international fame with her experimental approach to Latin music. Her 2018 album El Mal Querer earned a Grammy nomination and put her on the map, but her 2022 album Motomami pushed boundaries, debuting on #1 on Spotify's global albums chart and becoming one of the most critically acclaimed albums of the year. Despechá, a mambo-driven summer anthem, was released as a single and captured the feelings of heartbreak, blending it with infectious reggaeton themes. Despechá became a massive global phenomenon, now sitting on over 1.2 billion Spotify streams and topping charts in Spain and Latin America. It became Rosalia's highest charting track on the Billboard Global 200, peaking at #6. The song went viral on TikTok and dominated summer playlists in Latin America and Europe. In the US, however, the song underperformed. It debuted at #63 on the Billboard Hot 100, but quickly fell off, never reaching the top 40. Despite strong Latin radio play and eventual platinum certification in the US, it failed to cross over to mainstream pop. The song was not really made to dominate in the English language market, so it was no surprise when it disappointed in the US. Snap by Rosa Linn. Rosa Linn is an Armenian artist that gained worldwide attention at the 2022 Eurovision Song Contest with Snap. The self-written folk ballad had indie and alternative sounds, and its repetitive chorus connected.
So I'm snapping 1, 2, where are you?
After finishing 20th in the contest, the song exploded on TikTok as the hook worked for many video concepts. Snap became one of the most streamed Eurovision entries ever, surpassing 1.3 billion Spotify streams and topping charts in Belgium while hitting the top 10 all across Europe. It peaked at #21 on the UK singles chart and dominated the global viral playlists, becoming a cultural phenomenon. In the US, Snap barely registered. It debuted at #97 on the Billboard Hot 100 in August 2022 and went on to peak at #67, making it the second ever Eurovision song to enter the charts. Despite strong streaming, it never cracked the US market. Magnetic by ILLIT. ILLIT, the South Korean girl group formed through the survival show Are You Next, debuted in March 2024 with their mini album Super Real Me. Magnetic, the lead single, is a bright, addictive synth pop track with bubbly production perfect for TikTok. It quickly exploded in South Korea and spread worldwide. Globally, Magnetic became a streaming juggernaut, surpassing 750 million Spotify streams. It peaked at #6 on the Global 200 and achieved #1 in multiple Asian countries. It also had a strong showing in Europe. In the US, however, it failed to break through significantly. It debuted at #91 on the Billboard Hot 100 in April 2024, driven by streaming, but quickly fell out the chart entirely. It lacked major US radio play and didn't gain crossover momentum despite TikTok virality. It is getting better, but K-pop has had a hard time penetrating the US market if it's not BTS or Blackpink. The Business by Tiesto. Tiesto, the Dutch DJ and producer, is one of electronic music's biggest names, with a career spanning decades. His single The Business was released in September 2020 from his album The London Sessions. It has uncredited vocals from Julian Peretta over a driving deep house beat, catchy vocal chops, and its hook gets stuck in your head the moment you hear it.
Let's get down to business. Give you
The song exploded globally, accumulating over 1.3 billion Spotify streams, becoming Tiesto's biggest song and topping charts in numerous countries, especially in Europe. It peaked at #3 on the UK singles chart. It dominated dance and electronic playlists and became a staple in clubs. It was certified multi-platinum in a lot of countries as it dominated the pandemic era. In the US, however, it underperformed relative to its worldwide dominance. It peaked at #69 on the Billboard Hot 100 in 2021. Modest crossover for a song with such huge global streams. EDM crossovers have been decreasing in the US since the mid-2010s, where the Chainsmokers and Calvin Harris dominated. Which global hits that failed in the US in the 2020s did I miss? Tell me in the comments below.